Whoop, there I am. Welcome to the show, everybody. Let's see. Can you see the lizard today? No, she's hiding. Lizard is hiding. Guys, today we got a very interesting show. We're going to be looking at Putin exposing Trump's master crypto plan, which involves getting rid of all of the U.S. national debt. Very, very interesting. We're going to take a look at that as soon as we look at CoinGecko. But I hope you guys are good. We have some links down below on YouTube in the description if you guys want to check that out. Or you can just go to bitboy.deals. That's it, just bitboy.deals, and you can see it's a terrible website right now, so don't judge me. But we've got links there for our sponsors, Femex and Market Cipher. And then if you want to do a place that you can sign in with Google and it's very easy and no KYC at all, you can check out BitFi. And then, of course, we have our traders group. We are going to actually be closing our traders group that we just started. We're going to be locking it for the Femex competition. So as of right now, you can still join. It's traders.bitboy.deals. But starting probably tomorrow, we're going to have that locked where you have to sign up with Femex or have a Femex account in order to do the trading. Because we've got this big Femex trading competition. And by doing that, Femex is going to help us out with some of their really great traders posting calls in there. So if you want to do that, you got to be part of Femex. So make sure to check all that stuff out. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It sure brings out our eyes. Yeah, I'm not wearing black today. Yeah, make sure to hit the like button, guys. Smash that like button up on YouTube and over there on the Tweetersverse. If you can do that, that would be great. But let's go ahead and get started. Let me do this. Oh, you saw my yawn. How about that? This is actually some stuff from Femex. They have a new thing called the BTC Vault, which means if you're the type of trader that you'll trade for a few days, maybe let it sit a little bit, come back and trade, and you want to have a way to actually just make some money, they have this new incredible thing called the BTC Vault, which it's, you can see here, unlock the full potential of your assets, auto earn interest, no manual subscription needed, BTC assets still available for margin trading, earn revenue share of BTC futures fees. So that's what Femex is doing with the Vault, which is pretty cool. So along from just our regular trades, I've got a trade open right now. You guys can see trade on MyX. I don't even know what this coin is. I saw CryptoFace playing around with it yesterday, and it had this really big dip today. You can see with the red candles. See, it had a big dip. I wish I could move this. I can't. But the point is I'm in a long right now, and this thing has been absolutely ripping. I mean, it's at $17. It was at $1 not too long ago. So watching CryptoFace stream yesterday was really interesting because he was talking about how it is altcoin season and everybody's just missing it because you're looking at the wrong coins. We're looking at coins that are having explosive growth. You're not going to find that on the tops or with the ones that the money is flowing into from the institutions. So pretty interesting stuff there. But let's go ahead and look at the market. Refresh for the latest numbers. We are at market cap 3.948 trillion. Then we got 24-hour volume coming at 156. That's good volume. Bitcoin dominance is hovering around 56%. ETH dominance losing again, 13.1%. We got some positive ETH stories today, but it feels like hold on. It's Liz. Her name is Lysandra in the background, but you can't even see her. You can't see her right now. She's hiding. Point being, we should just be looking for smaller altcoins when you're looking for tiny explosive growth. You're not going to get explosive growth out of top 20 projects. We think you could get a 2x or a 3x or a 4x. We think that's real easy with a lot of those top coins. So you just keep holding on to them. And depending on where you got your buys in at. But these are coins. MyX is a coin. If it turns out to be the same coin that I promoted back in 2021, maybe, or 2020, the end of it probably, then I'd be really surprised if it's the same one. It's got the same ticker. There are some coins that do have the same ticker, so I'll have to check that out. How do I feel about Cardano? Same way that I feel about the other top coins. I mean, you could possibly get a 2x, 3x, 4x right now, but the market is not so that we're going to see all of a sudden money just pouring into those top alts, which is one of the top alts to get them real high. People are going to invest in a plethora of those top 10 altcoins: Chainlink, Sui, Cardano, Binance Coin, yada, yada, yada. So, okay. All right. Let's get back to this here. Where were we? Looking at the price of Bitcoin coming in at, refresh for the latest price, 111,167. We're going to look at a story in just a minute about how Bitcoin touched 13,000 and is seeming to hold right now in between 111 and 113. So we'll see what happens there. Ethereum coming in at 4288. 4288. Down a little bit from yesterday. As you can see, XRP still up for the last week, up 4.4%. So, it's doing pretty well compared to a lot of these other coins. I mean, only Solana has outperformed it in the top 10 or so. And Dogecoin actually as well. Then you got Cardano down here. So there you go. All right, let's check out stories, guys. Bitcoin taps 113K as analysis sees return to highs on Fed rate cut. And this is exactly what we've been telling you. We are going to see this go up, and this is next week. So we have about a week to really figure out what you want to do, because I think that once Bitcoin gets a positive rush from that, it's probably going to be off to the races again in the kind of 2-3 month future. Bitcoin revisits 113,000 for Tuesday's Wall Street Open amid talk of a new gold copycat move. I guess gold is making all-time highs, maybe. That level becomes a recommendation for long entries, but not everyone is bullish. Liquidity conditions show $115,000 short squeeze in the making. So, yeah. Showed a new local high of 113,279, and Bitcoin, that's funny. Bitcoin USD pair has preserved 110,000 as support. And just so you understand, like, kind of what I've been doing. Oh, this is up. Good job. What I've been doing here is, when I'm not on degenerate coins and I've just been looking at Bitcoin, I've been shorting anywhere around 112,500, and then I've been longing anything that touches the tens. So right now it's at 110,923. Like, I would consider taking a Bitcoin long right now, especially, you got to wait and make sure this isn't a falling knife here. But anyways. Starting tomorrow, we're going to have some cool graphics for our sponsors. We obviously have Market Cypher down here. It's one of the sponsors on our channel, along with FEMEX. So thank you to both of them. And this is what I'll say for people who are on FEMEX. If you think that you've got to do like all kinds of crazy KYC and VPN stuff when it comes to FEMEX, just try. Just see if it'll let you do it. Just try. Because we're only going to be using FEMEX for these accounts. I'd hate for you not to get one. We have the Palau ID as well, where you can try to get. That's how I trade over on FEMEX. But a lot of you guys probably hear that and you don't even go sign up. I would go sign up and see how far it'll let you get. I think that's something that, sometimes I've gone to exchanges and I was like, oh, I didn't know I could use this exchange. And then I just sign in and it's really easy. So, okay. Down. Bitcoin coming in. Let's check it out. We're on the 4-hour chart right here. And, it's still holding true to this line that we drew. It's not on here right now. We basically drew a line from here, which was the open, the close of those candles, and just perfectly hitting it multiple times, showing that we're still on a breakout. And look, it tapped right off of the line still, and showing this line is support. $110,000 is support right now. So that's what's going on with Bitcoin right now. You see, we just got a big red candle. Sometimes it's good maybe to light a green candle afterwards. Also, go to here. There we go. Here's my FEMEX trade. You guys can see I made 52% on, pretty easy. But I'm still in the trade. So I was up 52%, and now I'm up 85.29%. So I'm not going to close this trade for a while. I'm going to let this thing breathe. This is one, like I said, crypto phase recommended, and man, it is very volatile, though. You got to be careful. Speaking of volatile, what about Vladimir Putin advisor exposes Trump's crypto master plan, crypto stablecoins, and gold as debt erasing tools? Huh. That's interesting. Putin's advisor claims the U.S. may move debt into stablecoins and devalue it. And in this article, they go on to talk about this crypto cloud, like this crypto cloud where money goes in and nothing comes out. They're actually comparing this to the 1930s gold confiscation for the gold standard, and then in 1970s, or the 1970s, excuse me, when we left the gold standard in 1971 under Richard Nixon. This is the biggest kind of reset to wealth. And here it is. It says he warned this could shift America's debt costs into the world through a crypto cloud. How about that? Anton Kovikov, a senior advisor to Vladimir Putin, has sounded the alarm. The United States may be preparing to use crypto as a tool to erase its staggering $35 trillion national debt. Speaking at the Eastern Economic Forum in Vladivostok on September 7th, Kobyakov claimed Washington is rewriting the rules of gold and crypto markets to stage a massive financial reset. Is that what Trump is doing? I know I talked to Donald Trump Jr. about how important it was getting his dad into Bitcoin, and we can see that turned out to be a really good move, just like I predicted that it would. But here's a little more detail. The guy argued that the U.S. intends to move a portion of its ballooning debt into digital tokens, such as stablecoins, only to later devalue them, effectively shifting the cost onto the global economy. They have a $35 trillion currency debt. They'll move it into the crypto cloud. Well, not dollar, I guess, a 35 trillion currency debt. They'll move it into the crypto cloud, devalue it, and start from scratch. The advisor warned this maneuver would not only weaken trust in the U.S. dollar, but also drag the rest of the world into what he called the crypto cloud, where Washington could reset its obligations at everyone else's expense. What do you guys think about this story? He compared the moment to 1930s, 1970s. We talked about that already. He says the U.S. is preparing to do it again. I always said this was what was going to happen. I always said something like this was going to happen. Let's see. The warning came as BRICS leaders held an online meeting to discuss the Trump administration's new tariffs, underscoring how geopolitics, debt, and digital assets are colliding. If America does push ahead with this strategy, Kobyakov suggests it could mark the biggest financial reset in a century, one that forces the entire world into a system dominated by U.S.-controlled infrastructure. And, I mean, the power is at his fingertips to do it. Question is, what kind of blowback would that have on the U.S. economy? What kind of blowback would we see? Keep an eye on my trade. I may close it at some point. I really like the price going up. And also, guys, you guys can go to this crappy website, bitboy.deals. It's going to be phenomenal here shortly. Right now, it looks terrible. And I know there is we need to actually talk about the thing that happened yesterday with Ledger. So let me pull up a story on that. But trade with the best crypto exchange, FEMEX. Like I said, just try it out. Just try and see. This is where our trading group is going to be. Obviously, Market Cipher trading system. No KYC or VPN required trading with Bit5. Check that out. And then this is our Telegram group. If you want to be in my Telegram group, you need to sign up like today. We're locking it tomorrow. Anybody who signs up after tomorrow will have to have they'll have to sign up for FEMEX, is what I'm trying to say. And then these will be the people that enter our trading competition. People are dropping charts in there. It's pretty cool. Make sure you guys check it out. Okay. Let's talk about no, we already talked about Bitcoin. Let's talk about Nasdaq. And Nasdaq is now seeking access to Gemini's crypto services via an investment. Gemini has secured Nasdaq as an investor in its $317 million IPO, with Nasdaq purchasing 50 million in shares as part of a strategic partnership. So I think this is huge, right? Stock exchange Nasdaq has reportedly formed a strategic partnership with the Winklevoss-founded crypto exchange Gemini to gain access to its custody and staking services. Gemini has secured Nasdaq as a strategic investor in its IPO, raised up to $317 million, and has arranged for Nasdaq to purchase $50 million in shares via a private placement concurrent with the offering. The investment is part of a strategic partnership that would enable Nasdaq to integrate Gemini's custody and staking, while Gemini's institutional clients would have access to Nasdaq's Calypso platform. I said platform like a platypus. Platform to manage and track trading collateral. So Nasdaq is also expanding its tokenization push. I think we talked about that earlier this week. But the stock exchange filled with the U.S. SEC with the U.S. SEC to amend securities rules to enable the trading of securities in tokenized forms. This is going to happen. The stock exchange filed with the U.S. to do this. This is going to happen. I mean, we are talking about Nasdaq here. So big changes coming to the rules. It's going to make it, a lot more, not fair. It's going to make it easier for institutions to get into crypto and to offer their services. Ethereum introduces lean VM to boost zero-knowledge proofs and post-quantum security. And here we go. I told you guys yesterday how Ethereum is already so much faster than Visa, for instance. But now they've introduced lean VM, a new virtual machine. It's not the EVM, lean VM, a new virtual machine designed to optimize zero-knowledge proof processing and enhance post-quantum security as announced during the latest Ethereum consensus layer developers meeting. So let's see. You could have a minimal architecture with just 4 instructions, enabling efficient formal verification operation on low-power devices like a $7 Raspberry Pi Pico. It leverages multilinear starts for faster, more compact consensus and introduces a sampling technique to reduce commitment costs. A lot of you guys probably don't care about this, but this is big stuff here. You're just trying to make everything for people in crypto easier and easier and easier. You got the people that run these Raspberry Pi computer machines. These little Raspberry Pis that are only meant to do like just a little bit of stuff. So Ethereum becomes the leading platform for tokenized assets. Their role in global finance is expanding rapidly as institutions pour billions of dollars into stablecoins and tokenized products on the network. From dollar-pegged assets to tokenized gold and U.S. treasuries, Ethereum has quietly become the primary chain for RWA adoption. One of the clearest signs of this shift came at the start of September when Fidelity launched its on-chain U.S. treasuries product, the Fidelity Digital Interest Token. Within days, the fund amassed more than $200 million, highlighting how traditional finance is increasingly choosing Ethereum as its tokenization platform, which this is what it was built for. And I guess this is why Vitalik didn't seem in too much of a rush to get any of the updates done back in the day, because really Ethereum is just now kind of getting ready for institutions. The institutions were probably investing in Ethereum probably before Ethereum was really even ready, because its first numbers couldn't compete before the merge, couldn't compete with other chains, and now it's right there with it. Huge layer 2s like Arbitrum that leads the way. So there you go. And it's not just digital dollars finding a home. Tokenized gold on Ethereum has surged past 2.4 billion this year. So how about that? Then we have Tom Lee with BitMine, who says that the crypto and cash holdings, I just did not know that he bought this. I guess BitMine is his now. That's crazy. Says its crypto and cash holdings top $9.2 billion as Ether treasury grows to 2.1 million ETH. Wow. Wow. BitMine Immersion claimed its holdings crossed 9.2 billion in crypto and cash. The jump suggests Tom Lee's Ethereum treasury company bought more than 319,000 ETH. Maybe the Immersion is a different company. I'm very confused on my name here. I missed it if he bought it. More than 319,000 ETH since last week. I told you guys, Ethereum, but the private sector is not catching up right now. The private sector, the spot markets is where we want to see the price go up. And where the price is now, they're just keep buying it, which means that the run has not even really started yet for Ethereum. It had a nice jump, but it's going to have another jump, I believe. So Ethereum treasury from BitMine Emergent ticker BMNR or BMNR said its crypto and cash reserves climbed over 9.2 billion. Their latest tally study shows purchases through August, including $65 million spent on 14,665 ETH, up from 1.75 million ETH last week. The New York Stock Exchange listed company seems to have added 319,000 ETH for $1.4 billion, and its corporate stack is now worth more than $8.9 billion at current prices. So you can see that they just started buying all this ETH in June this year, and now look at it. Golly. BitMine unveiled a $20 million strategic investment in Altcoin Holdings as part of the company's $270 million pipe. 270 million pipe. I guess that's I don't know what that is. Another ticker. Backing Altcoin's plan to acquire WorldCoin's WLD as its primary treasury asset. That is why WorldCoin has been doing so well. Isn't that WorldCoin? Isn't that what's his name? The guy from ChatGPT. I can't remember his name right now. Any other time, I would know his name right now. Sam Altman? Is that right? Sam Altman? Yeah, I think that's right. Is that his name? Sam Altman. Yeah, Sam Altman. That's what it is. We continue to believe Ethereum is one of the biggest macro trades over the next 10 to 15 years. And this is, guys, we got to start stretching out our expectations, I believe. I don't think we're going to see a normal bear market. We will certainly see a retrace, and we will call it a bear market, I'm sure. If Bitcoin goes back down to 100,000 or if Bitcoin goes back down to 70,000, I don't think we're going to see that. We could. But this is not going to be 1 year of straight dumping, I don't believe. I think that there's just too much money in the institutions, and I don't think they're going to allow that, to be honest with you. Speaking of what... This is a terrible segue. I have no segue here. Let's just talk about Ripple. Ripple's SEC battle is over. Time to challenge SWIFT. Ripple has done fine in the SEC, meaning it can focus on its original goal, challenging SWIFT. If you didn't know this, SWIFT stands for the Society for World Bank Interbank Financial Telecommunication. SWIFT. Ripple has finally finished its legal battle against the SEC. Now observers are asking when it can finally focus on providing a viable alternative to SWIFT. Why would they do that? Well, Swift's been around since 1973, and they haven't really fixed anything in it. It still is as slow as it was then. Many in the blockchain industry, including Brad Garlinghouse of Ripple, argue that blockchain technology provides higher throughput and better transparency, making it a superior alternative to Swift. Now that Ripple's legal battles have calmed down, can it provide a reasonable alternative? Over 50 years ago, Swift replaced Telex. You guys are just seeing, I hope you're seeing this. Crypto is taking over all the old technologies and the old ways of doing things. It's replacing it all. We've told you this for years. I told you on this channel since 2018. I was in Bitcoin back in 2012. I never thought it would get to where it is now then. But it has proven me wrong at every turn. Earlier in my life, when I was in Bitcoin, I wasn't doing videos. When I started doing videos, I saw the epiphany and what everything was going to become was crypto. And here we are, like we're here. It will replace Swift. So maybe I'll do a video on this for the XRP Army. But basically, this is the process used by Swift. You got to initiate, you got to create a message, you got to route it via direct or via correspondent banks. I guess you could fly the money there. Do they do that? Do they actually fly money there? That's not actually what happens. What's supposed to happen is Swift sends a message to a bank, and a bank has those funds on hand and they just kind of reroute it somewhere else. That's why everybody has to have US dollars. If you put everything through US dollars, every country in the world has to have US dollars to participate in the world economy. So they've got that money sitting there, and then when the SWIFT message comes through, they just reroute the money. And of course, settlement. 7 days for settlement is what SWIFT takes usually, 7 to 10 days on actual settlement. SWIFT processes over 53 million messages daily. This is so much it does. 40,000 payment routes, 220 countries, and over 11,500 institutions. Excuse me, but there are some major complaints with SWIFT. Transactions can take several days and arrive with fees. Furthermore, the complex network of bank partners means it's more difficult to ensure visibility. I saw this thing running. It's starting to run. My ex, starting to run. Watch out. Whew. That would be really nice if it did do that running. I want it to do. Network has undergone a number of upgrades since its inception, including ISO 20022, which aims to provide clearer payment data and more transparency by November 25th of this year. So critics claim it's ultimately outdated legacy tech running on decades-old XML technology. We told you. All right, so we're going to look at the charts again here in a second, but I was going to check the chat. Crypto portfolios, the best portfolios. I don't know what that's talking about. Bitcoin's definitely going to retest 60K. It's useless. Or 70K. I don't know about that for sure. I don't know about that for sure. I'm not sure about that. Eat a burger live. I don't think I'm going to do that. Where is my lizard? I want you guys to see my lizard. She's got a new sleeping spot. It's right under one of these logs, and you can't see her. I don't like it. Oh my gosh. Guys, this is going to sound really crazy, but my lizard waves at us now. It waves. It goes like this.
She does what our lizard.
Yeah, our lizard, right. Yeah, our lizard. The lizard will like raise his little hand, move it a little bit. I don't know if anybody's had a lizard that does that. I think it's a common thing. So, okay. Look at AVAX versus ETH and BTC if I haven't already. I can pull up Avalanche and look at it. XUSDT. The implication there is it's okay. Ooh. I mean, this isn't a good line here, is it? I mean, look at this. Why is my line not? I mean, look at this. Here you got this happening, and down here, I guess you could really draw another line to the bottom. This kind of looks, this here does not look super bullish. Does not look super bullish, to be honest with you. But I'm not gonna pull up a chart that shows AVAX versus Bitcoin or Ethereum right now. But I think, isn't this a and that's supposed to go down, right? It's rising. Rising ones go down. Ascending, descending goes up. I think that's the way it is. All right. So yesterday, I'm going to show you guys some coins CryptoFace was talking about. He's talking about this one. He's saying we've missed the altcoin season because we've been looking at the wrong coins. I mean, look at this. This thing went from a nickel to 19 cents. No, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. It went from a nickel to 38.4 cents, 38.5 cents for a nickel. That's a 7x. It did retrace all those gains, and now it has done it again. And now it's also coming down with this big candle on the 4 hour. So this is all I'm saying. This is one that I would watch if I were you, and I would definitely be watching this as well. Let's see what this is. Let's go on CoinGecko and let's see what this is. This MyX. They killed me for promoting this one back in the day. If it's the same one. MyX. MyX Finance. Must be a rebrand here. Oh, oh my God. It's now in the top. It is in the top 65 coins. Wow. Wow. See the number right here, 65. Holy smokes. And look at this chart. I mean, my gosh. I got in at $15. I think it's about to go make another all-time high right now. So we'll see. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. These are ones to watch. And he gave another one. I can't remember what the other one was, but I remember these two. I took a look. Took a little flyer on the TAU last night, and this is up 885% for the week, by the way. 885% for the week. So, man, I need to go on a discovery tour to find where all these good coins are at. I haven't done that in a while. But seriously, this thing is crushing it right now, and every time it drops, it goes back up. And I think this thing is rushing, maybe, who knows? Maybe this thing is rushing into the top 100 or the top 50 here pretty soon. So let's go see what the website is. Trade alpha permissionless, where the future of perpetuals happens. Oh, this sounds kind of like hyper. What is it called? Not hyperdrive. Hyperliquid? No, that's not it either. It's close. It's close. No, it is Hyperliquid. You're correct. I was wrong. Hype is a ticker. And I think if we were to go and we were to look at this and hit max. See, this one launched with a lot of fanfare. Like this one launched and went straight up to the top 100, came down a little bit, and has been steady marching ever since. But a little more on MyX. It's a new logo. It's hard to know if this is an exchange. It's an exchange. Trade alpha permissionless, where the future of perpetuals happen. 999% APY. $95.98 billion in total volume. 177.8 thousand traders. Okay. But I wish I had somewhere that actually like gave an about. Pearls take, airdrops, earn, trade. Let's go trade. Burger Town? What is Burger Town? Isn't it Flavor Town? Cody, I don't know about Cody. Cody just seems to pump when. See, Ryan. Cody just seems to pump when Altcoin Daily talks about it, I think. Do I have a positive outlook on Litecoin with all the news it's getting? Their social media is a lot better, I guess. That's what I would say on that front. Shows Gary. Gary is no more. We only have Lysandra. So one day she's going to get out from under there during the show. She's a big, nice lizard. So yeah, I'm never going to be super bullish on Litecoin. I mean, it's good for.
They're funny.
Well, they're funny. Yeah, they're funny on social media now. They haven't always been. It's a consistent coin, but it just doesn't have the explosions that everything else has. And that could be because it was accepted by more mainstream crypto people earlier. than most. It's a fork of the code of Bitcoin. It's not a Bitcoin fork. So it has things very similar to Bitcoin, and people aren't using Bitcoin for what it was intended for, and people aren't using Litecoin for what it was intended for either. People might to send some Litecoin to their friend or something because it's fast, but it just doesn't seem to really have a purpose. However, it does seem like a slam dunk for an ETF. I mean, Litecoin is the closest coin to Bitcoin that there is. I would argue it's even closer than Bitcoin Cash to Bitcoin, I think. Except Bitcoin Cash at least has some of the same supply numbers. But anyways, I'm out of things to show, I think. Yeah, so let's look at the MyX here. And will this thing go to 1750? Just go there real quick. Okay. The chart for MyX is just stupid. It's really stupid. Like, it's just really stupid. That little hammer candle there. I think it may repeat this little boom, 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 boom here. Boom, boom, boom. I hope so. There's another 4 hours. The 4-hour chart just clicked. So you see it was all the way down at 12 cents earlier. And now let's turn this into a green. Let's look at the 17-minute. 17-minute. Do you guys see? This is a 17-minute chart. You don't see 17-minute charts with this much movement here, really. Take a look at let's look at the daily. Look at the daily. Look at this chart. Just started trading here on the 18th. I mean, this seems like to me that it's got everything it needs to be a serious coin. It reminds me of Hyperliquid. It really does. Really does. Even though Hyperliquid started with a lot more fanfare, I just kept ignoring it and ignoring it and ignoring it. And this time I did not ignore it. I said, let's get in it. So that's why I'm in it. I am in a slightly higher. That's why I should probably close it. What should I do? Should I close the trade? You guys don't forget to sign up for FEMEX. Don't forget to go to bitboy.deals. Bitboy.deals. It's the easiest URL on the internet. Bitboy.deals. And here you go. Just real easy links. Don't forget, join the Telegram group. Today is your last day to just regularly sign up for it. We're going to have a verification chat where people go in and they have to show that they have a FEMEX account and deposit at least 50 or $100. That's nothing for you guys, you big ballers. And you can get in there. And what's going to happen is in this trading group, some of the top FEMEX traders are going to come in and be giving signals. So you're going to be able to make money. If you've tried before to sign up for FEMEX and you failed, I would just suggest go try one more time, because that's where we're doing the trading contest competition. So make sure to do that. And I think that's all I have for the show today, guys. Unless there's something else you want to talk about or look at. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Let's look at the Ledger story. Ledger, crypto hack. Ledger. Here it is. Okay. Critical hack may put crypto funds at risk. So reports suggest hackers have hijacked a common JavaScript package, allowing them to redirect wallet transactions to their own accounts. This is the guy from Ledger. He's been on my channel before. Oh, well, you know, the old channel. There's a large-scale supply chain attack in progress. The NPM, which is a node package manager, I think. What is it? Node manager? Whatever it is, it's JavaScript. The NPM account of a reputable developer has been compromised. The affected packages may have already been downloaded over 1 billion times. meaning the entire JavaScript ecosystem may be at risk. I think I was using it for a little bit. And there's more here. The malicious payload works by silently swapping crypto addresses on the fly to steal funds. If you use a hardware wallet, pay attention to every transaction before signing and you're safe. If you don't use a hardware wallet, refrain from making any on-chain transactions for now. It's unclear whether the attacker is also stealing seeds from software wallets directly at this stage. So, sounds pretty scary. If you use a ledger or hardware wallet with clear signing, you're not at risk. My tweet above is a warning people who do not use a hardware wallet to clear signing of the risk. Always review every transaction before you sign. So, yeah, I would say anytime that you're signing something, you got to be careful. See, a signature is actually how I back in the day got. I got messed up on the signature. I didn't realize signing something was giving them access to your wallet. So I've always been really careful when signing things ever since that. I lost like $3,000. I think it would have been like 20,000 in the bull market that time. Maybe it would be even worth more now. But those mistakes, they compound over interest. So make sure that you are being safe with your on-chain. And this to me is it's a bit scary for people that are using JavaScript, I guess, and downloading that. So be careful and don't do anything stupid with your money. Okay, let's see here. America, 249 years old, crypto 15. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Ledger story, quite boring, nothing new. You know what? I kind of thought it was a little bit boring as well. But it is what it is. All right. After crypto, humans won't use money. Yeah. All right, guys, that's all we got for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Tomorrow we'll be looking at more crypto stuff and be on the lookout for the new link we'll have for signing up through a verification to make sure everybody in our trading competition is going to be able to take part. All right, guys, be blessed. Big boy out.